What I try to do is make messages that work in the over-communicated world, because I believe we live in an over-communicated world. In the over-communicated world, a whisper becomes a scream. Now, what does that mean? It means that in the over-communicated world, your message is being sent out into a very hostile environment. The audience in the over-communicated world really doesn't care about your message. Basically, is too busy with their own lives to really want to spend any time with your message. So it makes it very difficult to sell, because they really don't want to know what you have to say. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how compelling it is. It doesn't matter whether it's really an incredible bargain. You could be trading $10 bills for $5 bills. They still don't want to know. In the over-communicated world, the only thing they really care about is themselves. The audience cares about themselves. They're too busy. They don't have enough time. They're pressured. And so the best way to reach them is to turn the camera around or the microphone around. And don't make the message about your product. Don't make the message about your radio station or your television station or your 6 o'clock newscast or your morning show or the fact that you're classic rock that really rocks. Make the message about your audience. Make the message about how your audience uses your product, why the audience uses your product, and what they can get as benefit from it. Because while they won't stop to listen to me say, I've got the most important news for you right here. This is a single automobile that will save your life if you drive in it. They will stop when I say, how's your kids? Oh yeah, let me tell you about my kids. I think in the over-communicated world, I want to let that audience make that connection. I want to say, this is where it is. Now it's up to you whether you want to walk over here and partake. I'm not going to tell you to. I'm going to say the choice is yours. It's part of a technique that I use called empowering the audience. It's the single most important way to make messages work in the over-communicated world. It amazes me that radio stations, for the most part, do exactly the opposite. They make themselves sound so powerful and omnipotent that they're like some kind of invading force, now with 50,000 watts of super duper double Doppler. And they're always talking about themselves, how wonderful they are, how great they are, how they play the best music, how their news department is the best, how it's wonderful. And the audience goes, oh, I don't really care about your news department or your music. I care about me. So how do we get the audience empowered? We make the radio station smaller and less powerful, and we make the audience bigger and more powerful.